Hi everybody, it's Honest Johnny. And sometimes I just can't figure out how the press decides what it's going to cover and what it's not. Like, what's the deal with the Jodi Arias trial? Why do people care about this thing? Of course, there is that old saying in the news business, if it bleeds, it leads. So maybe the fact that it has murder and kinky sex involved, well, people love that shit. But if there's one story the press is going to pay a lot of attention to, it's the Department of Justice subpoena of the phone records of the Associated Press. Now, since an unfettered press is essential to a democracy, we should all be concerned when the government and the press get tangled up like this. On the other hand, the AP may have placed an undercover operative in danger and allowed an Al-Qaeda bomb maker, to escape justice. See, the case involved the leaking of information about a terrorist plot to bomb a plane. There was an undercover agent involved who was pretending he was going to be the bomber, and they were going after this Al-Qaeda bomb maker. Well, information about this operation, which did foil a plot to blow up a plane, was leaked to the Associated Press, which they published it. The Obama administration immediately reacted with anger, and they have really pulled out all the stops to find the leaker. The question is, did they go too far? Are the tactics that they're using endangering a free press? But there's another question here which is not being asked. Did the Associated Press do something wrong? It isn't like this was some kind of case where the government was suppressing information that would have been embarrassing to them. This was about people plotting to kill us. This was about methods and sources, and this was about undercover operatives. Now, the AP says they cleared the story before they ran it, but that's a little cloudy, and they haven't really gotten into that. But if they did do that, then the Department of Justice should just back off. If that's not accurate, then they have some explaining to do. Now, several years ago, there was consideration in Congress of a federal shield law for reporters. And I think it died. It never got passed. I think it would be a good idea to create a shield law for reporters. The law, however, should be very, very carefully written. It should be very clear about what activities are protected and what are not. There should be a careful balance between the importance of a free press and the necessity of the government to keep some things secret. Now, I understand that this is an important story that needs covering, but it seems to me that the press hasn't really been objective about it. At times, they've been pretty hysterical. And I have to wonder, why wasn't that intensity there when the government was trying to put its hands on the internet, or when NDAA was being passed, or even back when the Patriot Act was being passed? These are things that certainly should have used more press coverage. They should have been up in arms back then, instead of waiting until their own ox was being gored. Thanks for listening.